How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? This is my regular Thursday blog, and I got something important to tell you. Let me ask you a question. If you're a Democrat or Republican, is irrelevant to this question. I want to ask you about Karl Rove. Do you read in the paper every single day from all the Democratic Party behoist newspapers in this country what a pig he is, what a disgusting character he was, what a disgusting bastard he was, how we're lucky we got rid of him because he can't do any more damage, any more misery. The only damage and misery he caused is get a Republican elected. If Bush wasn't elected to office, nobody would have said one bad word about him. Nobody ever heard of him doing anything wrong. He never raised his voice. He's a friendly, charming, sweet, gentle man, and nobody knew of anything wrong he did. And to this day, while they're calling him names, has the lowest, the greatest cause of all the misery in America. What is the misery he caused? Bush got elected, but they can't say the misery is that Bush got elected. Because they admit that they're as low as they are, that they're full of venom and hate and a kind of frustrated viciousness that they can't control because he got elected. So their irrational hate comes out by attacking him as the lowest pig, this low life that ever lived because of what he did. You know what? He thank God he'll never do it again. What? Nobody knew what he did before. But he did. He deserves to be investigated. About what? They can't think of anything. And he's lucky he got out in time from what he did. Where? To who? What? They don't know. They don't have to identify any crime. They can't think of anything he did that they could call in any way illegal, indecent, and dishonest. Nothing. All they know is that Bush got elected, and they can't think of enough vicious, filthy names. They've already called Bush every filthy name in the world. A lowlife like Harry Reid called Bush the worst president in the world. I don't care if he is the worst president in the world. Is this how you talk about a sitting president? If you're a congressman, a majority leader, you're supposed to work with him and talk to him and pass bills with him. You're going to call a guy the worst in the world and the lowest pig in the world and then say, let's talk about legislation? If I called you a pig bastard, come here, let's talk, let's get together, we have to be friends. Is this the guy you're going to want to talk to? And then Nancy Pelosi called him worse names than that. And after they called Bush the most disgusting names in the world, they all come back with the same story. He's a divisive president. He created division in America. How? Because they told him to drop dead and he refused to die? Because they told him to lose an election and just the opposite? He just happened to win? How come the Republicans never called James Carville? The guy who ran the whole Democratic Party for Clinton, who was a disgusting bastard, who was proven to be a disgusting bastard, who was found guilty of perjury or obstruction of justice. This man was for sexual harassment. He paid $1 million. An obvious degenerate, a lowlife, a common pig, and the guy who managed him was even lower than him. And these guys between them called everybody all the worst names in the world. There was nobody more divisive in the world than James Carville. How come you never heard one word about thank God we got rid of James Carville, because now we're going to get rid of a person who was a manager of a degenerate and a lowlife and a liar and an impeached president, and the guy who was his partner and all the thievery. They weren't happy to get rid of him. They were thanking God because they said he's a genius. This man is a disgusting bastard because of what he did. About what? They can't think of anything. They don't know of anything. The Democrats believe in a two-party system. The two parties have to be two versions of the Democratic Party. They believe in democracy unless the other side gets elected. They have a right to exist, but not to win. And if they win, the guy that managed it should drop dead. And if he doesn't, they're going to find a way to destroy him one way or another, and they'll chase him till he passes away. Why? Because there's nobody lower than these Democratic Party pigs on this earth.
Lord, we don't need another mountain. There are mountains and hillsides enough to climb.